Afternoon, folks. It's Monday, and we got a lot of things to talk about. Let's get some people here and, you know, let's see what's happening today in the world. We got a lot going on. Let everybody get their, hopefully, everybody gets their notifications here that I'm live. Now, Island, how are you, Island? Thank you for coming. What island you from, Island? Are you on the island? Where are you? Let me know where you're at, folks, when you come in here. And subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Okay. Boy, I can't believe it's really been slow. I don't know if it's YouTube. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, you live near Melville. Oh, so we're neighbors. I'm in Beverly Hills. But I like the name Island. I love the island. Thank you for coming. Who else we got here today? Okay. The other day I did two podcasts. I did it. One was a tour I did. Okay. And then when I got through with it, it says 14 people, 14 views, but I had 30 likes. I said, what the hell? And it did the same thing on both of them. And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And then later, it gave me more views. But I know I have more than that. Something's going on with YouTube that I got no idea. Uh, there's Mandy. Where you been? Sleeping, kid? Folks, I'm going to do some questions and answers here in a little bit. But first of all, okay, I'd like to talk a little bit. I think J.D. Vance, apparently, it seems like he's done a pretty good job over there in Switzerland. And the port of Hormuz is now open. And I guess Israel's quite pissed off at everybody, especially Donald Trump. But I'm happy that Donald Trump is finally standing up to him. Okay? Hello, Faiz. How are you? Varen. All right, let me come to my couch over here, folks, and, so you can see the picture and all that there stuff. I have been, like, in a mood, like, I don't know what it is. Is it the air or something? I just haven't felt like doing much lately. All right. I try to keep my health, my friend. Okay. Hello, Irfan. How are you? You here? All right. I said hi to your friend. Folks, do you follow gangster? You like gangster stories? I want to talk to you about a particular individual. All right. Who was with the Gotti family. His name is John A. Light. John A. Light was an informant. He put a lot of guys away, a lot of my friends. Okay? Luke, you're a lesbian. Okay. Yeah, I'm a lesbian too. I love women. All right? All right, who's that? Floor Barry, how are you? Okay. Alec, Kingsley, Luke, Matthew. All right. We got people, all nationalities from all around the world here. Okay. So folks, keep hitting that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. V Plan, Jason, young guy. All right, let me tell you the story. You want to hear about Johnny A. Light? Johnny is an Albanian. He was a tough kid, yeah. Okay. Wasn't all everything that he said he was, but he was a rat. Okay. And he put a lot of people away. Now, supposedly, he had a podcast. I don't know if he still does. All right. Uh, when my first book came out, I think it was he was partners with Gene Barillo, or they had a podcast together or whatever. Two rats, two fucking rats. I gotta stop from getting upset. Okay. Now, Johnny Haley proclaimed that he was helping all these kids stay out of the life of crime. He had a company. He sold bats. I mean, the guy is well known. There's no question, okay? Guess what? Guess what he's been doing? He's been loan sharking, extorting, threatening people. He got arrested in New Jersey. Oh, and he became a council member in this small town in New Jersey. All right. Now he's been using his guy. Here he is, an informant. He got a pass with the federal government on any of the crimes he's ever done. And here he is coming out here. All right. Quite honestly, he was using his company that he was using to go and speak to kids and keep them out of the life of crime. He was using that company for illegal stuff. Okay? There's a guy that, quote, changed. Folks, quite honestly, this guy belongs. He's going to, now, I don't think the feds could help him out over here unless his federal agents go and help him out with the state crime. But the attorney and they got a lot of crimes against him. So he's facing some serious time. And you know what? He deserves it. I gotta be honest. I don't like to see anybody going to prison. All right? But you're right, Jason. He is bottom of the bucket scum. Okay? Alex Chuckle asked me, do I like India? Yeah, I like the people. I know a lot of Indian people. Beautiful girls over there. I always say that, don't I? Okay, Flora Berry, you gotta go. All right. Dixon Cider. I don't know what that is. Ever? Oh, I'll give you all the money you want, Ever. Yeah, now come on over. Okay, whatever you need. People asking me for money. The audacity of people. Can you believe that? Huh? Oh, yeah, I tell you, the GOP, all right? Senator Lindsey Graham. Oh, he's pissed off. He's a real warmonger, and he wanted war. Hello, Sheridan. How are you? Good to see you, buddy. Huh? J.C. Penney called. Huh. We gave her money to. All right, and I was expecting to appreciate it. Serbia, how are you? Okay, ex-Yugoslavia, now you're in Serbia? Isn't it pretty cold up there, huh? Lindsay, I gotta be honest, folks. That's one guy I really detest. I don't like him. I cannot understand how the people of South Carolina keep voting this guy in as their senator. What is wrong with him? Tell me what's wrong. I want to know. Okay? He said he had a 4.5 hour phone call with Donald Trump. You could bet he was trying to convince Trump to go back in the war. Folks, they say gas prices are dropping. Now, I haven't seen them here in California, but we all know California's a different world. All right. And it's a totally different world. Okay. All right. This should be its own country. All right. We get taxed to hell. We got the highest prices of any place. Like the people, California, just keep voting the same people in. All right. What's wrong with the people of California? All right. Are they like the people in South Carolina? Gerrymandering. Yeah, we got that going on. Gas 340 in Florida. Well, the lowest I seen here in Los Angeles when I was out this morning was $5.49. Uh, but it looks like Vance is getting on a plane. Looks like he's come back. The rest up the first round of the Iran talks. Okay, so that's positive, folks. Let's hope it works out. Okay, it's a memorandum of a deal. Both sides got to do what they said they would do. Yesterday I was on TikTok, and you folks probably remember when I told you that Jared Kushner is close friends with Baby Netanyahu. And I told you when Baby was in New York, he's been friends with the Kushner family for years. He stayed at the Kushner house. You can Google it and find out for yourself. It's right there. Okay, if you do your research, you'll find it. TikTok, I tell you, TikTok, I don't even know why I'm on it. All right. It is the bottom of it is garbage, TikTok. Anyway, that was they got these rooms where people go on stage and you could talk and all that there. Reminds me of that app Clubhouse. I don't know if any of you remember Clubhouse. There's my friend Wanderer. Glad you made it, honey. Thank you. Okay. You off work? Receiving immunity for our war crimes. Yeah, we got to. Uh, but anyhow, this girl trying to tell me I was wrong. And you know what, folks? I eventually just left. Okay? But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to leave TikTok. And I got 87,000 followers over there, supposedly. Okay? But since they changed, where I used to get 6,000 views, I'm getting 300 now. Since the new owners of the United States took it over. Quite honestly, we were better off when China owned it. Okay? Much better off. Uh, but anyways, folks, I don't like rats. So, and you go on YouTube here, you got all these rats, and a lot of them are being found out that they've been lying. But people still follow them. I can't believe the people that love this Johnny A like. I just can't believe it. Here's a guy that just allegedly committed all these crimes. You got no bail. And they know he's a flight risk because when he had the federal crime before he got, and thank you, Wanda, hitting that thanks button. I appreciate that. Uh, Before that, uh, I'm getting a text in over here. Looking at Nanja. Uh, Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate it, man. All my love and respect for hitting that thank button and helping support my channel. I appreciate that, folks, very much. And I understand some of you can't afford the help, grocery store prices still very high. But any love you can show me is definitely appreciated, folks. Okay? But, folks, I don't know if you follow these rats that are out there on YouTube. Uh, it's it's not good what they're doing. So I wanted to share that with you, anyways. Mm. Anybody got any questions for me today? Okay. I wanted to come here, share my thoughts. Okay. There's a serious problem that's going to happen, okay, with this memorandum of understanding with Iran, because Iran supports Lebanon, where Hezbollah is. Okay. And Bibi Netanyahu said he is not going to stop bombing them. Now, he's saying that on the pretense that he's defending his country, of which he has a right if that's the case. But that's not the case. They're bombing after he bombs. Okay? I'm feeling good today, JD. Good, little bit lazy, but, uh, I'm doing okay. I can't complain. Uh, so Folks, tell me what you think. You think this peace deal is going to last? You think that part of Hormuz is going to stay open? Okay, and who's going to control it? All right. Will it be Iran? Because the United States wants to get involved over there. So I don't know. I know about as much as you, all right? But there's Trump. He woke up, okay? He falls asleep a lot, this guy. He's on TV, all right, saying that Vance did a great job, which he did, okay? Vance was very vice presidential here, okay? Uh, Technically, purpose says the deal, peace deal won't last. Hmm. You're right. Israel's not going to stop bombing. And then Iran's going to defend Lebanon, okay? So we got a serious problem. All right, will it be worked out? Okay. Uh, all we could do is wait and see. But what I think will happen, okay, they said 60 days. Okay. When that 60 days is ended, it'll be extended for another 60 days. All right. Holy moly, you don't like my You should, holy moly, did you check out what I said? What did you check out? All right, something on research. You want to say something here. Okay? Yeah, our taxes go to Israel. Yeah. Our military, they give them our secrets, they give them everything. Okay? And I can tell you how much I'm upset. Yeah, it upsets me to no end. Huh? Hello, Vedic. Vedic Sharma. Thank you, Jose Vasquez, for subscribing. Anybody else that subscribed, please let me know and I'll give you a shout out. Huh? The amount of money printed in this presidency. Folks, uh, can you count it? It's trillions of dollars. They just keep printing money. Now, there's a lot of YouTubers talking, and I haven't found nothing about it. But I know that I got some senior citizens here. They're saying they're going to give us Social Security recipients a bonus of a couple $1,000. No, I can't find it. Has anybody seen that? All right. Let me know. All right, folks. Leave me a comment. Write me. Uh, Guy with 14. Why are you asking me a question like that? My opinion on blacks. I love blacks. I love whites. I love the Chinese. I love the Spanish. I love everybody, folks. All right. So why you want to try to uh, separate that there for? Why are you asking a question? Yes, Hash Brown, you're right. Every politician is being bought. They're being bought by Israel. Israel owns yours and mine government, lock, stock, and barrel. All right? Mm-hmm. Well, today, Ronald Reagan wanted to change Social Security back in 1983. He never touched it. Ronald Reagan was probably the best president in my lifetime, folks. All right. I really like Ronald Reagan. I got to tell you that. All right. Julia says nobody under 50 will ever see a dime. Yeah, they keep using our money. All right. Yeah, there's Lindsey Graham. Everybody knows what he is. Why does he just come out of the closet and admit it? Okay. He wants to talk about war and he wants to be a tough guy, but yet he's not a tough guy in bed. Okay. Figure that one out, folks, because I certainly can. Okay. What's going on in this country where our vote don't mean nothing anymore? And all this gerrymandering, I still don't really understand it. Uh, Ramby, it's a very, very good question. No, there was no way possible that I could ever imagine that the world being like it is today. It's just that was not the way it was. We were so happy, you had no idea. But what, folks, I want to tell you a story. I went to when I joined the Army, I'll never forget that day sitting in a recruiter's office. And the recruiter, it was snowing out like you can't believe, as high as the telephone pole. And the recruiter said, "Why don't you go with your friends?" And I sat in my chair in the recruiter's office. And I said, "Yeah, if you can guarantee that I'll do my basic training down south where it's warm and give me, back then it was called computer training, IBM training. All right." He said, "You got it." Of course, I got to take my basic down south, but I never got IBM training. Then when I got out of the Army, my friend Louie and I did go to a computer business and machine school, but I lasted 1 week there. They brought us out to a bank to show us how they work, okay? And it reminded me of a factory, except all the guys were dressed in white shirts and ties. And folks, in those days, the computer was as big as this building I'm in, okay? They were humongous. And now look at, we got them right here on our phone. Shelly, thank you for subscribing. Shelly, I was talking about Johnny A. Light earlier. Thank you for coming, Shelly. Subscribe. Anybody else, new subscriber, please let me know that you did and let me give you a shout out. Welcome to the family, Shelly. We all appreciate it. Thank you so much. Uh, but Johnny A. Light is back in jail, and he was using the company that where he was talking to kids to stay out of a life of crime. He's using the company for crime. And now he's got a big problem. Oh, we'll see if he gets out of it. 3MM and medicine good. Thank you for subbing. Okay? I appreciate that there. Thank you. Where you from, my friend? Let me know where you're from, too. Okay? I appreciate everybody that's subscribing, helping me out, hitting that like button. Okay? Yeah, folks, obviously, you know I don't like rats. Okay? You know, when my book first came out, and for those of you who don't know, I'm the author of this fine book, The Accidental Gangster, From Insurance Salesman to Hollywood Fixer. And you can find it, go to my profile, and you could order the book if you like. Okay? But when my book first came out, Johnny A. they got my number and they wanted me on their show. But folks, I will not do any shows with rats. Okay, it's just the way I am. You all know, they tried to get me to do a show on Vlad. I was on Vlad, I did my own show, but they wanted me to do one with Michael Franche. Both of us on the same stage. And at that time, I said no to that too. All right, but I turned down Johnny A. and that's the only conversation I ever had with him. And I stay away from those people because if they ratted once, they're going to rat again. Now, there was somebody else involved. Hi, Sally, you're from Scotland? All right. Beautiful country over there. So I want to thank everybody here. Anybody got any questions? Okay. Let me know now. Going once, going twice. Come on, give me a question, folks. Something you want to know about. All right. And being able to talk so openly about that time in your life, or were you able to? Uh, Rambling, I talk openly about my life. I talk openly about some of the things that I've done, but not all the things. Obviously, I cannot because I didn't get a pass. I was not a rat. Okay? Besker from the UK. Hey, your guy over there resigned. And I heard that the king has cancer and his son might become the new king over there. Okay? Huh? Animal wants to tell us a joke. Huh? No, I don't have no tattoos, my friend. None at all. Yes, I was in the military. I served proudly, 1963 to 1966. I've never been to Scotland, but I've been to England many times. Okay? I got a lot of good friends over there in England and great friends. And I got to get back there. Yeah, hopefully, my friend, I'm friends with Charles Bronson, who's been in prison over in England for 50 years, folks. For 50 years for robbery. Okay? Thank you, sir. Wishing me a happy Father's Day. And for all you father, I hope you all had a great, wonderful day yesterday. All right, and happy Father's Day to you all. All right, and keep hitting that like button and keep subscribing, folks. All right. King, what's the king's name? Boston. I can't even remember. But his son, supposedly, I heard that this morning. Okay, so does anybody know about that? Huh? Where you being deployed to? Jenna Beck, thank you for your service. Where you being deployed to? Are you, let us know, okay? Stay in touch with us. Let us know your progress. You're going to be fine. Okay, what branch of the military are you in? Thank you, JD. Huh? Hey, Agent Orange, how are you? Huh? Marines, you're a Marine. Oh, awesome. You're going to be fine, my friend. Just stay alert. You know what you got to do. You have your orders. Okay. Robert Z06NC. Thank you for subscribing. Okay. All right. And you're from Scotland too. Boy, we're getting a lot of people. All right. From Scotland. All right. What are some tricks to deal with difficult neighbors? Don't talk to them. Okay. The best, you got a difficult neighbor, don't talk to them, stay away. Okay. Oh, Shelley, I'm allowed in the UK, but I'm not allowed to go to Canada, which is right across the border. Figure that one out. All right. John from Norway. John Park. Oh boy, I wish I could bring you up here, John Park from Norway, because Norway is a very happy country. Is that true? What I hear about that there? All right. Mm, you got it, Jenna. Thank you. All right. Nargogenic, subscribe. Thank you, Nargogenic. Appreciate that there. Okay. I love you folks. It's true, but it's dark 6 months. It's dark 6 months of the year in Norway? Man, I didn't know that. Did you find anybody else know that? That's the first time I ever heard that. Huh? Hmm. Boy, that's interesting. Tell your husband what? Huh? But it is dark 6 months of the year. Huh. It's above the Arctic issue. I almost lost an AirPod and felt hopeless, but God used it to teach me patience and trust in His timing. What the enemy means for evil, Jesus uses for good. Keep trusting Him and keep going. Hmm. Oh, Sally, I'm sorry about your husband. Had a stroke. How old was he? All right. All my condolences to Sally, everybody. Sally, stay strong, honey, and you're going to be fine. Okay. Uh, hmm. Oh, Mr. Bunn, you were stationed there in Norway. All right. Awesome. Thank you for your service. Any of you military guys out there. All right. I want to thank every woman. I want to thank you all for your service. Okay. You have all my love and respect. All right. Agent Wolf. So, folks, keep hitting that like button over there. Get me to 50 here today, please. I appreciate it. Anybody got any questions here that you'd like to ask me? Now's the time to ask. I try to keep my show under 40 minutes. All right. Thank you. I have a calming presence. All right. You're welcome, Sally. I really mean it. God bless you, kid. Okay. I know it's not easy when we lose somebody, But we all live and we're all going to die. And it's just the way it is. And that's one thing that we can't change. Okay. So I know it's tough, but we got to keep going. All right. Boy, folks, 45 likes. Nobody wants to hit that like button. All right. Can my ideas change the world? Um, do I have a current book? Yeah, I'm reading a book, Wanderer. I'm reading a book by Michael Connolly. All right. Great author. I got a new book coming in from De Silva. I read constantly, folks. Um, you know that. I'm an avid reader. I love reading. It calms me down, takes me to another place. And it's one thing about reading. You get into the book, okay? Just takes you somewheres, okay? We got the 50 likes. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Besker, for promoting it. All right. Everybody stay strong. Okay, folks. Well, I'm sure. All right. Did Clyde Davis die? Trying to remember music more Clyde Davis. It looks like he passed away, folks. I knew Clyde when he was touring Alicia Keys. I met him at the Rainbow Room up here. Yep. Hmm. So if you're into music, I just saw it on the news there. It came up. Huh? Sorry about that, Sally, again. Happy Monday, everybody. There's Stacy. Wonder where you were. Okay. My Stacy, I missed you. Huh? You didn't do anything that I saw narcogenic. Huh? Uh, hmm. I shared, and I met him when he was at the Rainbow Room. That was the first time I ever met him. I met him a couple times after that there, but it's when he was, what do they call it? Okay, when there's a word for it in the music business, all right, when he was introduced, bringing Alicia Keys around the country just before she hit it big, okay? Thank you, Stacy. I miss you too, honey. And there's Sager Bottom. There's somebody that's got no respect. Okay? No respect. Tell me to go get some rest. I'll last you, my friend. Okay? Huh? No, she didn't open for Clive. Clive discovered her. Okay? At that time, I was close with Wyclef John, Jimmy Cozier, another great singer, never made it. He was under Clyde, but he thought he knew more than Clyde. But he was dating Alicia Keys for a while, and that didn't last long. But, so, folks, it was just on TV. I just saw it there, so I told you about it. So, listen, I'll see you all tomorrow. Everybody have a great, blessed day. And all my love and respect to each and every one. Thank you for coming here. All right. I really appreciate it. Your pops, James said it's your father's birthday. Wish him a happy birthday from me and tell him all of us said, "Happy birthday." Yeah, Mayor Hermano. Yeah, I know Joey Merlino. We speak once in a while. Yeah, Joey's a good guy. He's not a rat, that's for sure. Yeah, Joey's a very good guy. Okay. And of course, the rats don't like him because he exposes them all. Okay. Uh, I'll check my mail, Mandy. Thank you. Okay. Oh, everybody have a great, blessed day. All right. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.